All right, Todd's back. This is going to be a good look out the window from your kitchen, living room, and this afternoon when it's all happening, and stay inside and observe the beauty of Mother Nature.
Although my kids have at-home school today, and they usually kind of wrap it up like 12:30, 1 o'clock, and they're going to be asking for a ride somewhere. So I'll probably be driving around town, dropping one off at one house, another one at another one.
There's this little word called no.
It's tough, Sharon.
No, I know. It's easy for me to say, but
it's tough.
I don't have to deal with that
How
anymore.
often did you say no when your girls were 13?
Rarely.
Why did you stop at 13?
Good point.
And the sad thing for the little ones, it sounds like it's going to be really kind of windy and nasty out, so it's not even a great afternoon to go out and play.
That's a great point. The wind, we haven't had a lot of storms with wind, and now we will.
Here we are.
And it's going to be whipping around this afternoon.
Miss out.
Yep. So the storm's really cranking to our south right now in southern New England. There's a lot of heavy snow in western Mass and heavy rain and thunderstorms in eastern parts of that state. For us, though, the leading edge is having a tough time really penetrating deep into Maine, and it's really just York County right now and parts of extreme southern Cumberland County. I mean, Cape Elizabeth has some sprinkles, same with South Portland and Scarborough. Notice the temperatures at first here are all above freezing, so roads are just wet. Even where it's snowing now, Sanford over to Acton, it's getting a little dicey on some of the roads, but in the Sanford area, it's just wet right now. It did snow for several hours last night. Freiburg and North Conway, the Whites, the western Maine mountains. This entire area has a couple of inches already, and the temps are below freezing, so roads will definitely be slippery there. But for most of us, all the lakes of Maine, Lewiston, Belgrade Lakes, Augusta, Waterville, Bangor, outside of a flurry, your entire morning drive is totally fine. Now, the area of low pressure is pretty far away from us. It's out here in the open Atlantic and wants to go east, but it's getting captured by some upper level energy, and it's going to get sucked back into the Gulf of Maine and do this loop in here and then out to sea tomorrow. Historically, when nor'easters do a loop like that, they put down some epic snowfall totals in a few spots, and I think that's going to occur with this storm, but not here in Maine. I think the jackpot from this storm will occur probably the Worcester Hills or maybe the Monadnock region of New Hampshire. That's southwestern New Hampshire, and that could be like 23, 4, 5 inches of wet snow. We'll get our fair share, but we won't even come close to that at all. So this is through 9 o'clock. Again, no problems for a lot of us. We'll start to see rain and snow in Portland and all of York County. Roads, I think, remain on the wet side. By midday, the steadier snow is filling in. We're getting big, fat, wet flakes. Road surfaces cool, and they become slushy and eventually snow-covered here. We'll get the winds to whip along the coastline, too. And then this afternoon and evening, the storm peaks. We'll have very heavy snow bands, howling wind out of the northeast. Driving conditions are going to deteriorate rapidly this afternoon. This evening's commute super tough compared to this morning. The only thing we have on our side is that daylight is all the way up till about 7 o'clock. So your commutes, at least you have light out and it's not pitch black like it would have been a couple of weeks ago or a month ago. Overnight tonight, with the storm in the Gulf of Maine, it starts to weaken and fill in. We'll have these snow holes and some dry slotting occurring. So by midnight, it's pretty much winding down. Tomorrow morning, there'll be some lingering snow showers, and there'll be a few flakes from time to time in the morning. But we might even see some breaks of sunshine tomorrow afternoon across the south and west, while some ongoing snow occurs in down east Maine. We're probably looking at maybe 2 to 4 inches of additional snow in down east Maine during the day tomorrow. But most of this occurs by midnight tonight, and it looks like 6 to 10 inches for the majority of the southern half of the state, maybe a few inches more over near the New Hampshire line. North of Route 2, not as much. You'll see about 3 to 6 in those spots. Winds are starting to ramp up. We're now gusting over 20, and between 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock, with the strongest part of the storm closest to us, we're going to experience some gusts that do top 50 miles per hour. The weight of this snow and the clingy nature of it will cling to the limbs, and we could crack some limbs, and I do think there'll be some power outages. Hopefully there aren't a ton. Most susceptible spots will be along the coastline. The storm drifts away tomorrow. Thursday's much better with developing sunshine. Next storm, way weaker, way warmer, and also not as much snow because of the two. Maybe in the higher elevations we get a couple of inches, but most of us are seeing some raindrops out of that Friday into Saturday. Gusts to 60 knots on the open water, seas 13 to 18 feet. This storm is really going to churn up the ocean quite a bit. Nor'easter with the worst of it this afternoon. Tapers off tonight. Some lingering snow showers tomorrow. To Thursday looks good with sunshine and highs in the 40s. We'll see some melting on Thursday. And then Friday's also in the 40s. St. Patrick's Day, probably some rain showers around. Not a steady rain, but it's going to be a dreary kind of a St. Patrick's Day. Not bright and sunny, unfortunately.
Oh, well, can't win them all,
Nope,
right?
can't. We're not winning much right now, actually. We're in a losing
point.
streak.
We went one.